Hey everybody, Chris here. In this video, I'm going to talk about swing trading Dogecoin. Now, what's Chris saying? He talks about just hodling. But yes, I do hodl Dogecoin. But every once in a while, there's a setup that looks good. And since I've been swing trading stocks in the past, I think stocks are a lot easier to swing trade than crypto. Crypto's hard. It's more akin to gambling, I think. But I wanted to do this. I haven't done it in a while. It just looked like this was a setup that I'll show you that looks like it's going to work for me. So I've gone ahead and I've got it set up. I'll show you in a minute. As I said before, swing trading crypto is hard. The markets are really moved by the whales, the market makers. They're the ones who are moving the crypto market. And us retail traders, we're just kind of hanging on, following along. So the key indicators that you normally see for trading, like in stocks, doesn't really apply directly to cryptos. So yeah, it is more like gambling. But after watching the charts for a long time, looked like there was a setup for me, and so I went ahead and I've got halfway through my swing. I'll show you what I've got. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. Appreciate the support. Go ahead and click the like button as well on the video. I appreciate that as well. Get more people to watch the video. I like that as well. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what I'm looking at. So this is my trading screen. This is what I use. This is Binance.us. Binance.com is similar, but in the United States where I am, I use Binance.us. This is a great trading platform, and I've said this before in other videos. This is what I use to trade. I highly recommend it for those in the United States that aren't in one of those states where Binance.us isn't there yet. Please check out my link in the description below. I highly recommend you try out Binance.us. This is what I've been using for all of my trading that I do. What you see on the screen here is, this is the Doge chart. In the Doge chart, you can change the time frames. You can go to 30 minutes on the time frame, or you can come down to 3 minutes, or even get into 1 minute if you really want to be exact. But I typically have this on a 15-minute time frame for this chart as I'm watching the trading. What you see here on this side, this is the bid and the ask. This is the gap between the bid and the ask are typically pretty low here. It's not like what you would see on Robinhood or Webull that have these huge spreads. This is very tight. I think they get a lot of this data from Binance directly because down here are the actual trades that are on Binance.us. There was last a 2,000 Doge purchase for 14.748. And so that was the most recent trade there. What happens is these numbers move up and down. This number stays the same until there's the next Binance.us trade that happens. You can see the price going up. Here we are on the ask. We're up to 1476.15 here on the ask. And no one's made another purchase yet here on the Binance.us platform. What's over here is the place order, buy and sell. Right now I've got this set to buy and it's set at limit, but I haven't put in any price yet. This is still from before. And right here is what I have available. So in my Binance.us account now, I've got 77,000 Doge, but I've also got 14,966 Tether USDT. This is what I sold. I sold Doge. It was just about at 15 cents when I sold. So that's the beginning of my swing. When did I do that? I did that right here. I did that right here yesterday. Was my sale. Now again, I sold Dogecoin. I'm a long-term hodler. I'm just showing you that this was a setup of a swing trade. So I'm going to buy the Dogecoin back and I'm going to hodl it. I've had that Doge for over a year, bought it at 5 cents, sold at 15 cents, made 10-cent profit. It's a long-term capital gain tax on that, so that's good. That's not as bad as a short-term. That's why I'm only doing this one thing just to show this. And this was the setup. So what I'm looking at, if I go to the trading view, I've got trading view on the 30-minute here. This is what happened yesterday. This was this big run that Doge had from 13.20, and it ran up. And as it's coming up to 15 cents, what I see is the RSI here. The RSI was over 75. Dogecoin was trading up above the Bollinger Bands. And as it was approaching 15 cents, I said, okay, this is the setup I'm looking for to make my sale. So I sold the Dogecoin there. And the Dogecoin that I sold ended up being 14.966 cents was my sale. Now I'm waiting for the dip. Now this dip happened last night. I was out to dinner when this happened, but this wasn't really what I was looking for. I was looking something bigger, but back down to 13 cents or 13.9. This is my target right now, from 14.9 to 13.9 to save a penny there. That's my target. If I had been watching and I saw this dip, I probably would have bought back in right there. But I was out to dinner and I missed that. However, this was just a second. It was a quick, looking back at it, it was a quick dip, came right back up. So overall, here's what I'm looking at for Bitcoin. So here's Bitcoin trading sideways right now. But if I go back to the daily on Bitcoin, here's what I'm looking at. Bitcoin is now 8 daily green candles in a row. Is Bitcoin going to sustain these daily green candles? Typically what we see is a red candle is going to come in and Bitcoin's going to come down. I think Bitcoin's going to come down and retest 45,000 before it continues up to 51,000. 51,000 is the next resistance line for Bitcoin. Retesting down Bitcoin will bring these other coins down. So that's what I'm looking at. Now, am I going to miss this? I don't know. But this is the setup that I was looking at. I'm expecting there to be a red candle, probably later today or tomorrow. Would be a red candle for Bitcoin, and then Doge would follow. Will Dogecoin come down and retest 1360? That's what this chart says to me. But right now, my target is 1390. Going back to Binance US, here was that dip again that happened last night. The dip came down to 1407. That probably would have been enough, but again, my target here from 14,966 is 13,966. By doing this, I'll save $1,000. $1,000 I would have lost on the price of that Doge. And then buying back in, I'll probably end up with, out of that 100,000 that I sold, I'll probably be able to buy back 110,000. So that would be a net gain of additional 10,000 Dogecoin. So that's the setup that I'm looking at. And I'm just waiting now. And this is just a waiting game. You're waiting for Doge to drop back down. Now, do I want Dogecoin to drop back down? No, I don't want Doge to drop overall. But it just looks to me like the trading and the indicators point to me that there's going to be a dip somewhere along the line. Now, if Dogecoin trades up to like 15.5, 16, and then does a dip, then maybe I'll buy that dip. And I'll have lost a little on the swing. But overall, that's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at something that is more of an indicator that there's going to be a dip that's going to probably come down and retest into the upper 13s. So that's what I'm looking at, and that's what I'm trading. Now, what I'll probably do is, as it's dipping, I may just do a market order here and click on market, and then you just the amount of Doge that you want to buy at that price, or I may set the limit at 13,966 and just go with 110,000 Doge. I haven't decided yet how I'm going to do it. That's going to depend on how things are trading and where I am. If it's in the middle of the night, I'll probably have already set the limit order and I'll be waiting, but I haven't set it right now, so I'm just waiting on that. So that's what I'm looking at for the swing trade of Dogecoin. So will this end up being a successful swing trade? I don't know yet. Right now, we're just looking at how this is going to play forward. If Dogecoin really takes off, I'll probably end up just buying back in at a higher price and chasing it like I don't recommend people do. But I kind of have a feeling there's going to be another dip. So that's what I've put my money on, and that's what I'm making this video about. I don't recommend you do the same thing. This is just what I'm doing. I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. Just showing you what I'm doing. Give the video a like. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this swing trading thing. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.